All right, welcome back, guys. In this lecture, we're going to look at styling tables. Okay, so in our HTML section, we saw how we could create tables. So now let's see how we can add style to our tables. Okay, now I'm just going to quickly say table. To create a table, I'm just going to write a markup for table, and you put everything within your table tag, and then you now create table rows. Okay, so in this first row we're going to create a heading, so table heading, right? So that's th, and let's have 3 headings. So basically what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to say th asterisk 3 and tab. Okay, so it creates 3 headings for me. I'll say first name and name, and then for the second one I'll say last name, and for the last one I would say age. Okay, so now let's save this and see what our page looks like. So we have first name, last name, and age. Now because they are table header, by default they are styled to be bold. Okay, now what I'll do next is I'll create another set of rows, tr, and I'll say tr. Okay, I'll just say tr, and then I would say table data. So the data that will be under the first name, the last name, and the age. So that's t and d. Okay, and I want 3, so I'll say td asterisk 3, and I'll hit tab. So I'll say the first name is AK. I'm just going to use simple names, so Zino, and the last name is Aquareva, and the age is, let's just go with 20, and then I'll save, and of course refresh the page. So we see Zino, Aquareva, and age 20. Okay, so basically I'm just going to copy this table row and put it in 4 places. Okay, and then I'll save. I'm not going to bother changing the names, to save time for the lecture, but essentially, it's a table. The emphasis on for this aspect is styling the table. Okay, so now let's do like this. So we go up to our styles panel, and we hit the tab key to tab our, and now we say table. Okay, and basically what I want us to do is I want us to give our table a width of, let's just say, 80% of the page. So width of 80%, and we'll save, and let's refresh. So you see the table spreads out. Okay, now basically let's style both the table head and the table data. Okay, so I'll create another class and say table, and then I'll add a comma because I just want to style 3 elements at the same time. So I'll say table head, and I'll add another comma, and table data. So basically this is how we can add styles to different aspects of our page without having to repeat our code. Okay, so basically it's just the principle in coding or programming that is known as dry. Don't repeat yourself. So I'm just going to do this, and I'll say I want the border to be 1px and solid, and a color of, let's just say, black. Okay, and then I'll save and refresh the page. Boom. So this is definitely not what we want. This is not beautiful. This is just not presentable at all. So let's add more styles. First off, we're going to remove the double borders around. So what we'll do is within this table class, we're going to say border hyphen collapse. Okay, so basically we want to collapse this border such that it's just one border we see, not double borders everywhere. So we're going to give that a property of collapse, and then we'll save and refresh the page. So you see the border have been collapsed into one another, and we just have one border around all the tables. Now one other thing we want is we want the heading to have this text on the left. It's centered. We want to align the text to the left, so everything is aligned smoothly on the left. But before then, let's add some padding. So let's just say we want to add a bit of padding, and we're just going to say 5px and save, and we're going to say text align, text hyphen align, and we're going to say left, and then we'll save, and then let's refresh the page. Okay, so we have everything smoothly aligned to the left, and there's some padding around all our items here on our table. So basically we're styling our table and it's looking very good, but then there are other properties I would like us to look at. So but to look at that property, we're going to need to change our border. Okay, so let's go to our border property, and instead of having our border around, I'm just going to say border hyphen bottom, and then I'll save. Now what that will do is that it will just create a border just around the bottom of the table. Okay, and yeah, so this is it. Now let's go ahead and add more classes to style our table. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is what we want to achieve is we want all the even numbers, all the even row numbers to have like a different color. Okay, so like a gray color around here. So first off, let's style our table head, just the table head. So I'm just going to say th, and I'll give it a color, background color rather. I'll give it a background color of green, and then let's say green yellow, and then I'll save. Now let's refresh the page. So you see we have this maybe I should just say green. This green yellow is quite light, so I'll just refresh the page. Okay, so we have this green, it's quite dark. So we can say we want the color to be of the text to be white, so that's hash FFF, and we save, refresh. Okay, so like I was saying, we want all the even rows, so 2, 4 and so forth. We want all the even rows to have like a different shade. So basically the way we can achieve that is we can say table row. Okay, and then we can add a pseudo class. Now that pseudo class, remember in our previous lecture I said if we want to add a pseudo class, basically we do colon, and then we say nth hyphen child. Okay, now we now specify that we want only the even rows to be affected. In other words, the style we're applying now is going to be applied to all the even rows. In other words, 2, 4, 6, like that. So now I will then apply the style and say something like background to be a CK background color, and I'm gonna use like a gray color, so I'll just say hash F2 F2 F2, so that's like a gray color, I think. Yeah, and then I'll save. Okay, and then let's refresh the page. So you see that we have like a gray color for the second row, the fourth row, and if we have more rows it will be gray color. So I'm just going to add one more row just to show you. So copy this row, see, and paste it, and then save, and I'll refresh. So you see, so basically that's how it is. So basically we use the pseudo class to style the second, fourth, sixth, all the even row numbers on this table. So basically there are so many things we can do on our table. I'll show you another pseudo class right away, and that will be so for table row, okay, I can just add it here. I can say something like for table row, and the pseudo class will be, of course our pseudo class will always start with a colon and hover. So basically we want to add like a background, a color for whenever we hover on, the rows on our table. So I'll just say background color, and I'm going to set it to, so I'll say F5. Then I think I should put hash before the F5, so hash, and then I'll save. And of course I'll refresh the page, and as you can see, wherever my mouse is, that color is applied. But of course this should be if you have purely white colors. So I'm just going to do something like comment this out, control and save, and I'll refresh the page. And now if I hover, you see that it has this kind of color that I set here, this gray kind of color, light gray. So basically those are the styles we can apply to our table. There are many other styles we can apply to our table, but these are the ones that we get to use every now and then. So thank you so much for watching this lecture. See you in the next one.